Good morning. It is morning. Boy, did it rain. Yeah, I got my tent up just in time. It was really windy and rainy. And while my tent's pretty good about keeping the rain out, when you add wind to it, it just kind of blows wet air in. So stuff's pretty dry considering, but it's all damp. Yeah. And then I woke up at 5 this morning and the rain had stopped, and I thought, okay, well, let's get up early and get going. And just as I sat up, the rain started again. So I did a lot of sleeping and a lot of reading, and at, I don't know, 8 o'clock it finally quit again, and it's been pretty good since. It's only, I think it's only 4.5 miles to Fort Augustus from here, and it's, well, it's just a really straight trail along the canal, so hopefully it won't take too long. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get there, but if I can find a vacancy at a hotel that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, oh, I gotta say that's pretty tempting. At any rate, I gotta find a way to get some stuff dry, and apparently they have a grocery store, which would be amazing because I think I'm down to peanut butter. So, I don't know. Getting a little tired of the rain. Still beautiful though. But that 10-day forecast doesn't look like there's any change ahead. I don't know. A little bit sad. The water in this canal looks so high right now. There's lots of trees kind of in the water. I noticed the last lock that this canal is at a lower altitude. Like I've been going up, but I guess Loch Oik is maybe the highest lock in the series. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. Had a lovely chat here with the lock keeper at the Cater Locks, and kind of geeked out a little bit. Learned a little more about the lock gates and the old walls and the maintenance and all that stuff. Had some coffee in the rain. And I'm about halfway to Fort Augustus already, so yeah, it's not too bad. Rains a little bit, but it's light rain, nothing drenching. I was able to confirm that Loch Oik is the highest loch in the series. So water flows out of there both north and south. And while the water looks high, apparently it's really as high as it can go because there are a series of weirs that allow water to flow down to the river that runs along the canal. So they don't really have to worry about flooding. And the lock keepers generally control the elevation of the water. Almost stepped on this little guy. There are tons of these tiny, tiny little frogs along this path. Most of them jump out of the way. This little guy seems a little more brave. Or maybe he's asleep. This guy is new. He's also really tiny though. Get off the road, you'll get run over. Ducklings. They're starting to get a little bigger, and I think they're allowed to do their own thing a little more. These are the Fort Augustus locks. And in the distance, Loch Ness. I spent almost 2 minutes trying to get this open. I can get into the laundry room, and the keys don't always work very well, but this one I give up. Guess I'm going to a restaurant or something. Probably not supposed to, but I'm just trying to dry out my tent a little bit in the laundry room. And somebody else had a key that got me into the bathroom, so that was good. Now I just have to sort of figure out what I'm gonna do here. I don't think you're allowed to camp at the locks here, but I think there might be a campground close by. I don't know. There's also tons of little cottages and bed and breakfasts, but I can't seem to find any info online about them other than the location. So I don't know. I think I might look for a place to eat lunch, and maybe they'll hold on to my backpack while I just do a little walk around town. The beautiful old church. I got so excited, but they're full. They have some nice singles that are actually pretty affordable, but I'm gonna keep looking. Well, I found a place to stay for a couple of nights. Look at this. Oh, it's like a glamping pod, but it kind of seems like a luxury hotel to me. They are brand new, well, just a couple years old. And I got a microwave and a fridge and a kettle. So I am gonna go to the grocery store. It's even there's even a bunk up here. I'm gonna go to the grocery store and I'm gonna get myself some food. And I'm gonna try to save money by cooking for myself for a couple days. This place wasn't super cheap, but it really wasn't that bad. It was less than 100 pounds for a night. So I'm going to make use of it while I can. Well, I'm off to get groceries and it's starting to rain, but now I don't even care. So the only grocery store in town is like a gas station Spar, but it was pretty good. And I managed to get all of this. I can make tuna sandwiches. I got apples, porridge, yogurt, jam, some instant mash, couple microwave pizzas. And and some celery. I managed to get a bottle of whiskey and some beer. And all of this for the price of like 2 restaurant meals. So I think this should feed me pretty well for 2 full days. And I should have a little bit extra to take with me when I leave. Well, television still sucks. It's just commercials with some crappy programming in between, but I did have a nice hot shower. Didn't even have to wear my sandals in there. I had something to eat, had a bit of whiskey, and look, there's a little shelf where I can put whiskey beside the bed. There are so many pillows on this bed, and it's so comfy, and right now it's just pure bliss. I do have a couple things like I pulled out of my bag, so they're drying, but I'm not too worried about it right now. Tomorrow I will do laundry, worry about the logistics, because I have a couple days, so right now just pure bliss. Whoops! Almost dropped a trekking pole on his head. I think I might have peed on one of those little frogs.